It moved. Hey guys, what is up? It's Ariana and I am back with a new video. I know it's been a while and it sucks that every time I start a new video I keep saying the same thing, but I'm not gonna be back anytime soon. I just want to make this video in honor of the Life is Strange prequel. By now, if you are a fan, you already know. I am very excited about this because Life is Strange is one of my favorite games in the world, probably, and yeah, I just fell in love with the characters. I can't believe we're gonna get to play another game. Also, on the other hand, there's Beyond Two Souls, which I love and adore. I fell in love with it because of the way it was made, for the characters, the storyline, everything about it was just it just made me so happy. But anyways, today we're gonna be talking about these two games that are great. Yeah, you click in this video, you know what we're gonna talk about. This is Beyond Two Souls and Life is Strange similarities. Warning, this video is gonna be full of spoilers. If you have not played any of the games, I'm gonna be saying a lot of things that you should have known if you've played the game. But if you haven't, then I suggest you just get out of this video, go play the games and then come back, or if you don't mind spoilers, then just stay. So of course I have to start off this list with the most obvious of similarities, and that is the both female protagonists, Max and Jodie Holmes, both have superpowers. Now Max's power is to go back in time and obviously change things, and sometimes depending on what she's doing, she can even peek into the future. So the problem with this power is that, as the game says all the time, it have consequences. You know how time works. If you alter it, you can create a parallel line, which is not good. Time is not something you can mess with. And that is what ends up happening to Max in the game. That is the whole idea of the game, that you cannot mess with time because that happens. Now Jodie's power, however, it comes from her deceased brother, her twin brother, that she has this connection with a cord or something. She can heal people, move stuff, control people, possess them. I don't think there's a con on that, except from, you know, the fact of being seen as a freak or like a lab rat, which is what happened to her. The second one that I pointed out was the instrumental love, how much they love instruments and they love music. And you can see Max throughout the game that she can, you know, she can interact with a radio, play music, just lay in her bed and listen to music, and she even has her own guitar, which she gets the opportunity to play. I don't remember what song she did play. By the way, the Life is Strange soundtrack is A1. I love it. It's on point and I have it on my playlist. Jodie Holmes has the same passion for music. We can hear her playing guitar all throughout the game. At the beginning when she played whatever, because you know, she's little, she doesn't know much of guitar, but as the game advances and she gets older, we see her playing again. At some point she even plays electric guitar, and then in the episode Homeless, you get to play the guitar to get money to buy food with Stan, because he's a great man and you help him and you help yourself too. Other similarity is photo traveling. Now Maxine only did this once in the game, I believe. It was in the scene where she was gonna go back in time to save Chloe's dad because she thought that if he was alive, then Chloe's life was gonna be better, which we all know ended up being worse. In that episode specifically, she finds a Polaroid she took that day of Chloe and her dad, and I think it was of her and Chloe, I don't remember, but she goes back to that day and she tries and change it and alter time, and we all know how that went. And then Jodie often has the power to just pick up a photo, and she always says that she feels it vibrating, and then Aiden helps her see what was happening in that picture. The only difference between Max and Jodie is that Jodie can only see what's happening, or what happened, or what went on in that picture, or the moment that picture was taken. But Max can actually go back in time to when that picture was taken, so she can actually change things, but Jodie can't. Another similarity I wanted to point out was that both female protagonists use their powers to help people. In Beyond Two Souls, we can see Jodie helping people constantly. For example, in a Homeless chapter, she helped everyone without exception. She helped Tuesday deliver her baby Zoe, and she helped Stan get food, and for everyone, she healed Walter. not Walter, the other dude, I remember his name. Even in Navajo, she helped the Shimasane's family to stop the curse. You know, she used her power to help. And then in Life is Strange, Maxine uses her power to help as well. Most of the times just helping Chloe not get killed. And then she even helped, what's this character's name that was suicidal, and she helped her not commit suicide. You know, she changed her mind, and then she went to the hospital because, you know, she was sick. And but yeah, I remember, oh, Kate, how could I forget Kate? She helped Kate. And then, you know, both protagonists just are constantly helping people. Other thing that is kind of like, it's kind of dark, it's very dark actually, that I found similar in both games is that the buried bodies. In Life is Strange, one of the episodes, I don't remember which one, but I think it was one of the last episodes in the Nightmare episode maybe, I don't know if that exists. It is a nightmare that Max is having where she walks through this path where she sees all the things that you made throughout the game or like in her lifetime, whatever. And one of those things is Chloe sitting on the floor with Rachel's body. And if you get close enough, you can actually get a pic of what it looks like. It is not clear, okay? It's not clear. It's not like you see a body there, but you can get a pic. And then in Beyond Two Souls, doesn't matter what you do or what decisions you take in the game, Shimasane is always gonna die. So this is the body that you see in the funeral scene in Navajo. In the Navajo chapter. So you do get to see her, you see her body, and that is very dark, but it's a similarity I found between the both of them. Another similarity is that you get to play the young self of the protagonist in both games. In Life is Strange, I said it, you go back in time to try and save Chloe's dad, so that is what that episode is about, or that party is about. You get to be young Max for a little while, and you get to, you know, interact with different things and yada yada yada. And then in Beyond Two Souls, you get to be young Max for most of the time. You actually get to be her young self, her teenage self, and then her adult self. So that is, you know, not a big deal for Beyond Two Souls, but in Life is Strange, it's really cool that you get to play young Max. Then other one is the freaky idols. What is it with games and freaky idols? So here's the thing. In Beyond Two Souls, we have Nathan Dawkins. He's very good actually. I really like him. My heart really hurt when, you know, he lost his family, and it's a character that really did make me cry a lot. But at the end of the day, he ended up being so crazy. But I don't blame him though. He was depressed because he lost his family. Who would have happened? He was kind of like a father to Jodie. If not a father, he was a father. And he was her father figure. He was her idol. He was the person she looked up to. And he ended up being so sick, so depressed, so ill, that he actually killed if you make a bad decision. He ends up killing Ryan Clayton in the, I don't remember the name of one of the last episodes, the Black Sun, I think. He ends up killing Ryan and probably even shooting you too. I don't know, I don't remember. And then on Life is Strange, we have this other dude that everyone's hating. I don't remember his name. Mark Jefferson. Everybody hates Mark Jefferson. He ends up being a freak. He was cute. I thought he was nice. And then biggest plot twist of history, he is a murderer. And he's controlling Nathan Prescott and being this, you know, Nathan ends up being his little bitch, and it's just crazy. Another one of the similarities that was really cool to me was the part where they use drugs, okay? So, you know, when we find out about Life is Strange that Mark Jefferson had, we've also find out that he has been drugging out people just for them to be very, you know, very like sick in pictures and making Nathan get drugs for him. So we know he's been drugging everyone out for those photo shoots. But also in Beyond Two Souls, we find out in the Black Sun episode or chapter or however you want to call it. Yeah, it's chapter, not episode, sorry. I'm gonna read this part that I wrote because I want you guys to fully understand this. But in Beyond Two Souls, in the chapter Black Sun, when Jodie leaves Nathan's office for good this time, she's cornered by the DPA officers from each direction and is ultimately knocked out. When she awakes, she's face to face General Macroth. He greets her saying that she put them in a difficult situation. They can't let her go, but they can't kill her either. He concludes that there's only one appropriate solution. They'll inject her with a narrow acid that will put her in a permanent coma, the same thing they did to her mom Nora. So basically, to me, this is kind of like a drug, right? And even if it's not, I don't know, you guys correct me if I'm wrong, but even if it's not, I just like the idea that both games have this part where this crazy psycho is trying to inject you something just to either kill you or to make you, you know, loopy for a photo. Now another thing that was, this one's kind of ridiculous actually, or actually very cute, I don't know, you name it. But to me, one similarity to point out a lot was the love triangle that was constantly showing in Life is Strange, and we know that because Maxine was in love with Chloe, but a part of her also like Warren. At the end of the day, I think she ends up being gay. I don't know if she's gay or like bisexual, but there was a love triangle. And then Beyond Two Souls, this is not a love triangle, but this one is kind of different because Jodie was in love with Ryan, but Jodie also liked Jay from Navajo. So that is crazy because, I mean, at least in Life is Strange, the three of them knew each other. But on Beyond Two Souls, they don't even know the other exists. And I don't know, it ends up tearing you apart because to me in Life is Strange this was easier to make a decision. I wanted Max to stay with Chloe forever and ever. But on Beyond Two Souls it made it hard because she had a history with Jay, she had history with Ryan, and I love both of them. I didn't know who I wanted her to stay with, so I ended up making her stay alone. No, I didn't. I played all the endings and it was beautiful. Another thing that I noticed too is that both protagonists, when they use their powers so much or so strongly, I don't know how to explain that, they get nosebleeds. And you can see that on Life is Strange a lot when Max explains that if she can't use her power over and over, you know, that constantly because it makes her nosebleed, and I think she even gets loopy and, you know, gets kind of sick and ill or whatever. And then Beyond Two Souls, when, I don't know why this happens, I guess it's because, again, she's using her powers too strongly. But when Jodie, she bleeds the first time when she's a kid, I think when she can't get control of Aiden, she starts bleeding. And then when in the embassy chapter, when you're controlling Aiden and in the embassy chapter and he has to get it far away from her and just try and get these papers from, I don't know, the dude, she starts bleeding up as well. So I think it all has to do with Aiden, definitely has to do with Aiden. And Life is Strange is just because she uses her power too constantly. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna be making a part 2 of this video because I feel like this is very interesting and I really like it. So if you guys want to see that, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below which one was your favorite, and maybe even tell me some similarities that I missed so that I can add them on the other video. I'm still gonna be putting more, so don't trip. Let me know what else do you want to see. Subscribe to my channel and click on the bell thingy to get notifications every time I upload a video, which is not very often, but I promise you I'm gonna try to make it as often as I can. Can you shut up? I'm trying to make a video. I don't know if you guys can hear that in the background. I'm so sorry, but yeah, I love you. I'm glad I'm back, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.